Maria here with Yoga Awakenings. Thank you for joining us again today. So we're still in February, still focused on the ankles. And you might see over time, again, I'm an Iyengar teacher, so the sequences that I come up with come out of the B.K.S. Iyengar book, Light on Yoga. And he does a lot of the same standing poses over and over. The beautiful thing about yoga is that you can take one standing pose like Trikonasana, which you're going to see again today, and there's so many layers to it that you can start to unfold and experience in your mind, body, and spirit through just that one single yoga pose. So I invite you to join us today. We're going to split the ankles up into two parts, sort of a two-part series. We're going to do the standing poses today, and then on our next video posting, we'll do the floor exercises. So you might resonate more with one than the other. You might want to do all of them, but we like to mix it up a little bit, right? So hopefully you've already done your warm-up before you started here with the morning series, or maybe doing a few up dog, down dogs. So let's go ahead and come to the top of our mat in Tadasana. Oh, set your blocks up at the back of the mat. We'll start in Trikonasana. So starting at the top of your mat, on the inhale, you'll step the right foot back about 3.5 feet. And you want to check to make sure that your left knee is lined up with the toes and that the right heel is further away from you than the toes. Then you're going to move that left sits bone to that right inner thigh until you can feel that nice little juicy joyness going on in the hamstring there. Bring the hands up parallel. Reach out over that left leg. Bring the hand down to the block behind the ankle and bring the right hand up perpendicular to the torso. So, you know, you might find that your triangle pose is much lower to the ground than this. Be mindful that we're focusing on the ankles today in our poses. So thinking about that outer edge of that right foot, press into the outer edge of the right foot. Create space in the ankles. Deepen the breath. So it's ankles, but we're going to think about our breath quite a bit too. So expand in the heart center, in that rib area. Expand, lengthen through the ribs. So imagine that your crown of the head is moving away from this right hip. Lengthen through the ribs, create space in those ribs, grounding through the feet, creating space in the ankles. Beautiful. From here, we'll inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, turn the right leg out 90 degrees, the left foot about 15. Check that knee, make sure it's tracking over the second toes. Move that right sits bone to that left inner thigh. Reach out over the right leg, and then bring the right hand down to your block, left hand up perpendicular. Now again, creating space in that left ankle, press into the outer edge of that left foot, thinking about stretching that ankle a little bit, right? Grounding in the entire right foot, especially the big toe mound, right? Lengthening through those ribs, breathing space into the ribs, into the heart center, feeling all the joy of your pose. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. We're going to go right into Revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. So turn the left leg out 90 degrees, the right foot about 60 degrees so that your hips are square towards the short edge of your mat. You'll bring your right hand to the block on the inside or outside of your ankle, whatever is in your ability today. Pressing that right hand into the block, opening that left hand up towards your front leg, or towards the ceiling opposite your front leg. So the eventual goal, depending on where you are, eventually you want to work to get the left shoulder over the right shoulder over the left ankle. Stacking. Left shoulder over right over left ankle. Revolved triangle. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Ground in the outer edge of that right back foot. Mine's probably floating because my calves are super tight. But that's working on lengthening, creating space for that ankle, right? Creating stability in the front ankle. Good. Lower that left hand. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, turn that right leg out 90 degrees, the left foot about 60 so that you're facing, the hips are square towards the short edge of the mat. Bring your hand to the block on the inside or the outside of that ankle, whatever feels right for you today. And then the left hand is on the block. You're going to twist towards the back of the long edge of your mat. Open that right hand up towards the ceiling. Again, thinking about stacking. Right shoulder on top of left, on top of ankle. Even if you're not there today, that's our eventual goal, right? Finding stability in that right ankle, length in the left. So grounding in the outer edge of the left foot, finding stability in the right ankle. Beautiful. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Inhale, come back up to stand. Let's go right into Parsvakonasana. So take the stance a little bit wider. Turn the right leg out 90 degrees, the left foot about 15. Again, when you're at 15 degrees, the heel is going to be a little further away from you than the toes. Bend the right knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. You'll bring your hand to the floor or the block just behind that left ankle. Press the left knee into the right arm. Super ground through the outside edge of that right foot. Swing that right arm right up by the ear and extend, creating length in the whole right side of the body. Remember those ribs, lengthen through the ribs, expand through the heart center. So on the ankles, we're creating stability again on this left ankle, but think about lifting the inner arch of that right foot all the way up the inner thigh. And that's going to stretch that outer right ankle. Grounding, pressing in the outer edge of the right foot, creating length and space in that ankle. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge. Inhale, turn the right leg out, left foot in. Bend that right knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. Hand comes to the block just behind the ankle or the floor, whatever feels right for you. Press that right knee into the arm, swing the left arm up and over so that it's right by the left ear. Press into the outer edge of that left foot, thinking about lifting the inner arch all the way up the inner thigh, creating length and space in the ribs and the heart center. Breathing and enjoying your pose. Nice. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. I don't think we've done this one yet. A little more challenging. You'll turn the left leg out 90 degrees. The right foot about 60. Again, you want those hips square to the short edge of the mat. Bend the left knee so that it stacks over the ankle, tracks over the second toe. You'll bring your right hand to the block on the outside of that left knee. If that's so, press into the block, get the jelly roll to the outside of that thigh, and then swing the left arm up and over the ear. Again, finding the stability in that left ankle, the stretch in the back right ankle. Pressing into the block, deepening the twist. Lower the left hand. Inhale, come back up to stand. Let's do the other side. Exhale, turn both feet face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, turn the left leg out, right leg out 90 degrees. Left foot about 60. Hips are square to the short edge of the mat again. Bend that right knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. Left hand comes to the block on the outside of that ankle. Pressing into the block, bringing the jelly roll to the outside of the thigh. And right hand comes up and over the ear. Pressing into that block, deepening the twist. Finding stability in the right ankle, lengthen the left. Pressing, stretching, creating space, length. Exhale, lower the right hand. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. You notice I keep adjusting my feet because you don't want them crossing for stability purposes. Virabhadrasana I. Turn the left leg out 90. I'm so used to mirroring, so I'm saying the opposite. Turn the left leg out 90 degrees. The right foot about 60 so that you're facing the short edge of your mat. Grounding in the outer edge of that right foot. Bending the left knee so that it stacks over the ankle, tracks over the second toe. Think about the stability in the left ankle. So maybe lift the toes and spread them wide, creating stability on that front leg. Length in the back ankle, right? So stability in the left ankle, length in the right ankle. Pressing into the outer edge of that right foot, lifting the pit of the abdomen. Bring the hands up and overhead. See if there's an opportunity to draw that left hip back, right hip forward, just a little more, create a little more length. If you're feeling super stable and you want to bring the gaze up towards the thumbs, bringing it into a little bit of a back bend, then do so. Good. From here, we'll go ahead and step that right foot forward. Step the left foot back. Coming into Virabhadrasana I on the other side, Warrior I on the other side. So bend the right knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. Ground, create stability in the right ankle. Lengthen, create length and space in the back ankle. So the left ankle, the left heel is pressing to the outer edge, creating space for the ankle. The right foot, lift those toes. Spread them wide, creating stability for the right foot. Lift the pit of the abdomen, bring the hands up overhead. Shoulder blades come out and up, creating space and lengthen those ribs in that heart center, opening that heart center. Stability, length, strength, space, all the joys of yoga. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. And then exhale the hands down. Step that left foot forward. Let's go right into Virabhadrasana III, and we'll finish with Virabhadrasana II and Padottanasana. So you may or may not want to bring blocks to the front of your mat. I find it a little easier for me for stability purposes. So you'll start in Virabhadrasana III, similar to going into Virabhadrasana I. So step your right foot back about 3.5 feet. Bend the left knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. Bring the hands up. Hinge forward, and then you'll hop, hop, hop. As if you can lift that right heel up without opening that hip, then do so. So hop, hop, hop forward, and lift that right heel. If you can't do that with stability, keep the hands on the blocks. And then you can, do a little balancing pose by lifting the left hand. So find what works for you. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the heel, creating stability on our standing ankle, right? Length through our extended ankle. And then you come out the same way you went in, so bend that left knee. Lower back down into Virabhadrasana I. Step the right foot forward. Let's do the other side. Step the left foot back. Bend that right knee to stack and track over the ankle. Hands overhead. Hinge forward. Hop, hop, hop. Lift that left heel. If you want to utilize the blocks, utilize the blocks. Stability in the right ankle, length in the left. And you can create space in the spine and the ribs and the heart center. And then come out the same way you went in. And step the left foot forward. Clear the blocks. We won't need them for now. Going right into Virabhadrasana II, Warrior II. On the inhale, step the feet apart about 4 to 4.5 feet. Turn the left leg out 90 degrees, the right foot about 15. Bend that right knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. Hands are come up parallel to the floor. So Virabhadrasana II is a great opportunity to open up and create length and space for the ankles, right? So really press, ground in the outer edge of that right foot. Lift that inner arch all the way up the inner thigh. Create stability in that left ankle. Open the heart center. Now check yourself. Are you leaning out over that bent knee? You want to make sure that you're tall and straight, and the crown of the head is like a straight rod going down through the tailbone. Check that left knee. Make sure it's not leaning towards the arch. Beautiful. Inhale. Straighten the left leg. Turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. Turn the right leg out 90 degrees, the left foot about 15. Bend that right knee to stack over the ankle, track over the second toe. Press into the outer edge of that left foot. Lift that inner arch in the ankle all the way up the inner thigh. Stability in the right ankle. Whew. If you're not breathless like I am in this pose, draw everything to center. Activate. Lift the pit of the abdomen. Lift the heart center. Create length. I can see through the camera that you're beautiful, proud warriors. Feel proud, look proud, be proud. Nice. Inhale, go ahead and straighten that right leg. Exhale, turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. So, Prasarita, Padottanasana. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Engage these thighs. Inhale, lift that heart center, and exhale, hinge forward. Bringing those hands under the shoulders, keeping the thighs engaged. Lift those sits bones. Lift those sits bones. Lift the sits bones. So imagine that you're trying to do a back bend here, right? So dropping the entire spine towards the floor, lifting the gaze, lifting the sits bones. And then let's go into the next version of it. So walk those hands back between the ankles. Press into the floor, bringing the crown of the head towards the floor. Press and lift. Keep those thighs engaged. Press and lift. Pressing to the outer edges of those feet. Let's think about those ankles. Lifting the inner arches all the way up the inner thigh. Lift. Pressing into the outer edges. Pressing into the outer edges of those feet. Lifting those sits bones. Pressing into the floor. Beautiful. Walk the hands back to center. Keeping those thighs firmly engaged. Let's heel toe, until we've got the feet close enough together that we feel comfortable coming down into a comfortable seated position. So that concludes our standing poses. I invite you to come into Savasana. Everyone's favorite pose, right? So again, we'll do the floor exercises in our next segment. So stay tuned. You enjoyed all the marvelous standing poses in today's practice. Find your calming breath. That space in the heart center. As you inhale, allow that light within to expand out from a little dot right in the center of your chest. And as you exhale, draw that light back into the heart. And on the next inhale, allow that light to expand out even further to encompass the entire body. And then as you exhale, bring that light back to center in that heart center, right in the center of the chest, into just a little pinprick of a light within the chest cavity. And then on the next inhale, inhale and expand that light out to encompass the entire room. And as you exhale, bring that light right back to center. And on the next inhale, allow that light to expand out to encompass your entire town. And exhale, bringing that light, that energy, that unconditional love from the universe back into the center. And as you inhale, expand that light out into the entire country, sharing your inner light, your inner love. And as you exhale, drawing all of that love back to the center. And as you inhale, inhale so that it expands and encompasses all the entire earth. So all of the population on this planet. And as you exhale, bring that energy, that light, that unconditional love back to center. And then as you inhale, inhale into our entire galaxy. And exhale, draw all that light, all that energy back to the heart center. And then as you inhale, inhale to encompass all the galaxies in the entire universe and beyond. And as you exhale, draw that light, that energy, that unconditional love back to your center. And then take one more calming, cleansing breath and observe how you feel in this moment. Then bend the knees, rock the knees side to side. Roll over onto your right side. Take one more cooling, cleansing, calming breath. And then use your powerful arms and hands and gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. I'm so grateful that you've joined us today for the standing pose section of our ankle opener, ankle strengthener, ankle stability, heart openers, heart opening and balancing. Take a moment to think of something that you are most grateful for in this moment. Take that feeling of gratitude into your day. Continue to share your inner light. Where your intention goes, energy flows. So when you allow your light to expand and contract and you share it with the universe, then your light becomes brighter. And then you become a beacon for those around you. Namaste. Thank you for being with us. Please subscribe, share, like, comment. According to Adil Pakavala, true yoga is not about the shape of your body, but the shape of your life. Yoga is not to be performed, but to be lived.
Yoga doesn't care about what you have been, it cares about the person you are becoming. Yoga is designed for a vast and profound purpose, and for it to be truly called yoga, its essence must be embodied. Let's embody yoga together.